that is either 8 PLCs with one communication processor or 4 PLCs with 2 IP addresses, right? This is the number of IP addresses what you configure from one server. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you start to your portal or other things, yeah? From one server, it's the number of connections to the outside PLCs, because we all use the same connections now, okay? 64 is the next option. This will cost some money, and 512 is the biggest available license, and that will cost more money. Why does this cost money now? Yeah, because we also need to pay this to Siemens. That's it. Well, that's the situation. I have no idea about prices though. Yeah? You have to ask your sales guys. Okay? So, just technical wise speaking, the license, the drivers, very often are done 1 or 0. 1, you can use the driver with as many PLCs as you want, like Modbus or the old Simatic, and 0, you can't use it. This is now 3 options. Yeah? 1 or 8 means you can just use 8. 64 is also available, and 512 is also available. Yeah? That's the maximum number. Yeah, and be aware that our drivers, of course, the Simatic driver as well, it's also available on Linux. Okay?
Marcus, can you hear me? I think you muted your microphone.
Could be, yes.
Yes. Marcus, your microphone is muted, I think. Am I the only one who's not hearing Marcus yet, or?
No, you're not only.
Yeah. We lost the connection.
Yeah,
We lost the voice.
To write. Anybody know? How can I write a message? Maybe be a live meeting.
No. Messages will not be received because he's marked busy in there.
Yeah.
Managed to get 40,000 subscriptions per second, updates per second, as a throughput through the driver. And these are real value changes, you know? So, you know, there's much more variables maybe, and an event manager can maybe cope with that on a strong server. Maybe not do too much other things, maybe even more, but essentially is stating that is the Simatic Plus driver is not the bottleneck, okay? And anyway, you could start 2 of it, yeah, no problems. Okay. Here we go. And the last thing, when there are no questions anymore to the Simatic driver, of course you will bring all the answers with mass engineering, and not with this selection one by one. Yeah. Then I would introduce the Modbus server. That was the final thing. What is there? And I just started to introduce that we have certain protocol servers like OPC UA, OPC DA, and OPC HDA. And you can do the following. You can create views and you use then different views for different servers. For instance, the example view I use for the OPC UA server. Okay, the other view I use here, this view I use there, and so on. That's the idea. But Modbus is special. Why is Modbus so special? Because there is the way of addressing is special in Modbus. Yeah? We have the RTU number, that is the first thing. Then we have the function code, read coils or input registers or holding registers and so on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? And then, of course, the registers, the register number. That is the addressing of Modbus. So 0.4.0 over there, or 1 would be that. First register here. And what it is, it's a float 64. That structure is created automatically. Yeah? When you tell the system that you want to create a new Modbus view, yeah, this is done automatically, and to create a new RTU, this is also done automatically. The next ID 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, that is happening. Okay, and what is part of which RTU, so how you address the different data, this is completely up to you. You are just then using drag and drop in your plant model in this view to put the different things here or there or here and so on. That, of course, is also to be modified with mass engineering later on. Yeah? You do an ASCII export of your tree, your platform tree, and then you do an ASCII import and have, of course, all your things here. Yeah, that is the idea. And that is also what you can see here is also the multi-tenancy feature. That you have, I have now just 3 OPC servers, but I could specify more. I could have 2 OPC UA servers, and for instance using the example view for one server and the view 1 for the other server. And then some clients connect to server 1, some clients connect to server 2. That is multi-tenancy. Okay? Yeah, well, that's it. Read, write, and explanations and so on. That's also clear. Oh, yeah, one thing I should mention still for the semantic driver, okay? Actually, we do these subscriptions and values and polling and all this kind of stuff, yeah, but for values only. There is also this diagnostic information what is available. You know, in the old driver there was also this thing with the alarm S, alarm P, alarm 8P and those things. The alarming, the external alarming will be in next version. Yeah? So for 3.16 we will bring these diagnostics what are available for semantic that we can deal with those alarms. Okay, at the moment it's just values what you can read with the driver and write, of course. Yeah, that's maybe the final missing information because the old driver could do that already. Yeah, the external alarming, the alarm S and so on, blocks, but the new one not yet. Next version. Okay. So, yeah.
Marcus.
Yeah.
About OPC UA server and client. Is it going to support the command information model? You have like data, class alarms, and historical data. And OPC UA also have commands. You get small commands. It's at the moment not present in 3.15. Will it be soon? Or?
I have heard no plans about that yet. Doesn't mean that it's maybe on some roadmap somewhere, but none that I have knowledge of. So unlikely that we will see it in 360. Highly unlikely.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Other questions from your side? I would now say we have the last remaining minutes, but we can answer whatever questions from your side. And yeah, then we will finish this session. Okay, so who wants to start? Or I have different question. Was there any feature what you liked in particular, or did you see nothing what you want to use in the near future? Typically, we also would do now a poll, that you can state 2 features what you liked most from the presentation. But this is difficult with a live meeting. So if you want, you can send me an email, of course. I would forward this for now to the product management. So 2 features what you like most, and some things what is still missing for you. If you want to give some considerations, hey, that feature would be cool, or this, or whatever, you are invited to give us this information. Just send me an email, I will forward it to PM. Okay? Okay. Questions in whatever direction, not only related to the new features, anything what is on your mind still? This is your last chance to ask me something. Yeah, okay, I will stop the recording. Please tell me then if this worked for you, and if all of you could download the record. I will stop it now. Yeah? And most probably, I have no idea how I can now download the...
I think it's when you stop the conference or similar. Some seconds later appears in the detail information in the detail.
So when I leave the conference with the...
Yes.
Okay.
So from my side, congratulations, Marcus. It's clear, really simple. Thanks.
Okay. Nice to hear. And anyway, when there are additional questions, you can always seek the communication through your sales channel. And we will be happy to help.
For sure. Thanks.
Okay. Marcus.
Yes.
My colleagues from Moscow unfortunately lost the connection, but they asked me to ask you. I will be a transmitter.
Okay.
Are there any difference between Excel reporting in 3.14 and 3.15?
Not yet, no. It is still supported. Excel report is still there. Because we also mentioned that sometimes when the new reporting with Word, with the SOAP interface is well received and so on, we will discontinue the COM interface in Excel report and so on. Yes, it's still a plan, but not a decision yet done when this will happen. What is also a plan, to be honest, is that we might not discontinue Excel reports entirely, but that we just would change the COM interface to a SOAP interface. But that is still not decided, and whenever this will be happening, I have no idea. At the moment, it's still Excel report and BERT reporting in parallel, and you can use both.
Okay, thanks. And one more question from my side regarding Modbus client. Unfortunately, in the previous version of VCCOA, we can configure only input or output direction for every particular data point element, Modbus address. But Modbus can support as a protocol bidirectional data exchange. It means that if we have a bidirectional register in Modbus PLC, we have to create two instances of the data point, one for input and one for output. Do you have any plans how to correct such situation?
No, I don't think so. This is not a correction of a situation. This is just a very special feature, what we don't like in particular. In-out addresses are always the source for some problems. Communication-wise speaking, it is always better to have input and output separated for many reasons. You have the command at all time with the last timestamp, you have the response at any particular time with the last timestamps, and it's much better to have this situation. That this is a little overhead in license costs, this is true, but please discuss that with your sales, and that's it. This is the better technical solution. Okay? I have no idea that we will do something in this direction. I think not. No.
Okay.
Of course, maybe this is a change request from your side or something like this. Well, this especially needed for something, whatever. Maybe I'm not into the requirements for translate and so on. So Franz would then be the counterpart for your discussion. But to be honest, I don't think that this will happen. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so when there are no other questions from your side, I will then finish this meeting. And please try to download the recording if you want after we have stopped this. To be honest, I don't find it here, so most probably when I now finish the call, hopefully you can download. Yeah, so it was a pleasure to introduce you to the new features of 350. Maybe some of you I see on the user days. Amsterdam. It will be next month, right? In 3 weeks, it is in 3 weeks from now. Okay. So, see you guys.
I'm coming to bye-bye, see you.
Thank you for your
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.